Hello, hello. My name is Elizabeth, and you're about to watch a 2024 WIP parade. Hi, everyone. So if you watched my last floss tube, you might recognize that I'm wearing the same clothes. All I did was put my hair up in a ponytail. And that's solely to help me differentiate the videos when I go to edit, because I am filming all of this in one day. So yay. But anyway, this is my 2024 WIP parade. I say 2024 because these are all the WIPs that I am bringing with me into the new year. I know some people call it their 2023 WIP parade because it's all the WIPs that they had in 2023, but I like to think about it a little differently. So anyway, 2024 WIP parade. I have, I think, 12 projects that I will have to show you today. Why is that so shiny? Oh, it's a button. I'm so dumb. Okay. Anyway, I have 12 projects to show you. I did not iron anything. I did not make any notes. I am going to be using my Notion, and I'm going to open that on my iPad. Hopefully the app did not undownload itself, or that it opens properly. But basically, I'm just going to kind of go through from my oldest WIP to my newest WIP and show you the project. I'm gonna put I think I might put a progress photo in there. Maybe it'll be a progress photo from what it looked like this time last year. That might be fun. And then some of these obviously won't have a progress photo because I will have started it this year. So I think that's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 of these projects I did not start in 2023. So those will be the only ones that have like photos from what it looked like in my last WIP parade. And then all the other stuff is brand new. I started all of it this year. So what is that, like 8 projects that I started this year that are still WIPs. There are projects that I started this year that I finished, but this is a WIP parade, not a finished parade. So you will not see those. But that's okay, because there will also be a finished parade video, and then you can see them in that video. So anyway, let me just get my Notion pulled up. If you are curious what my Notion looks like, I do have a video for that as well. I will have that linked in my description box, so you can go check it out if you're interested. But that is what I'm going to use today to kind of structure this video. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to start oldest to newest. So the oldest WIP that I have, which will be my oldest WIP for a very long time, is Sweetheart Campfire. It is in the Q-Snap, so sadly you're not going to be able to see the entire thing, but that's okay. This is what it looks like. I feel kind of silly showing this because I literally just showed it in my floss tube that I filmed like 20 minutes ago. But anyway, I am at 10%. I did not even mention that in my last floss tube update, but yes, I am at 10%. That's such a big milestone. So I'm really excited about that. I think that means I'm at like 16,000 stitches, because I think there's like 160 something thousand stitches, but yeah, so this is what it looks like. I started in the top left corner, and I'm working my way diagonally across the chart. I kind of already started this poorly. This is what this project is going to look like, and then this is what it would have looked like this time a year ago. So maybe if I pull it like that, you can see both of them, if I can edit that properly. Just kind of get an idea of how much I've come, or how far I've come. There should be about, I feel like there should be like 4,000 stitches that I added this year, at least, because I had this on my WIP Go board, no, maybe 5,000 stitches. I had this on my WIP Go board well, one of them I haven't completed yet. So yeah, I think just over 4,000 stitches is probably the difference between last time and now. No, it's got to be more than that, because I worked on this for 12 by 12 last New Year's, and I'm planning on doing that again this year. But anyway, probably about 5,000 stitches difference between then and now. So yeah, I have no idea when this will get done. I had this grand idea that I would be halfway by my 30th birthday, but I am 28. No, I'm about to turn 28 next month. next week. Like a week from Sunday, I will be turning 28. And I just hit 10%. There's no way I'm gonna get to 50% by the time I'm 30. So yeah, no thank you. I'm not gonna put that pressure on myself. Okay, but I started that on January the 24th, 2021. Like I said, it's at 10%, and who knows when it'll get done. All right, next on the list is Halloween Quaker. Let's see, I think it's this one. This is, oh, I don't keep that one in a project bag, but I can show you the project bags I have for the rest of this stuff. This is a project bag from Black Cat Extitry on Etsy. It's the black and white quilting comic pattern, and it is a vinyl front bag. So like I said, this is Halloween Quaker. This is from Leela's Studio, and it looks like this. Very popular chart. Very many people here on FlossTube have stitched this or are stitching it. I started mine October the 3rd, 2021. So it's been a couple years now. And this is what it would have looked like when I showed it to you in my last WIP parade. Like I said, I didn't iron anything, but this is what it looks like now. So I definitely come a far ways. This one was on my WIP Go board 2 times this year, and it was both called like January, February. So I really haven't worked on this since the beginning, or almost a year ago now. Whoop, trying to get closer without falling over. But that's what it looks like. I am stitching this on 40 count Murky by Picture This Plus, and I'm stitching with 1 thread over 2 linen threads, and I'm using all the called for floss, which is mainly Classic Colorworks and then DMC 310. So that's what we got so far. It looks really good. Oh god, I can tell this video is already gonna be a mess. There we go. That's what it looks like. So yeah, I don't have any concrete plans for this one. My idea was that I would be working on it during Halloween time, but that did not happen this year because I already had worked on it a lot at the beginning of the year. So we will see what happens. I think I'm like, what does this say? This says I'm about 1/3 of the way complete, which seems wrong. I feel like I don't feel like I'm quite at 1/3 yet, but maybe I am. Cause it's gonna come over to like here, I think. My margins are a little off, but there's still gonna be plenty of room to frame it. But yeah, I feel like there's way more than 2/3 left. So we'll see. It'll get done when it gets done. I'm not like in any rush. It's more of like if I want seasonal stitching, it's there for me. Because, yeah, I'm not in any rush to like get it on the wall or gift it to somebody or anything like that. So, gotta remember to hydrate because talking really makes your voice tired. Okay, my next oldest WIP is Frankenscat by Lindy Stitches, which looks like this. This was a 2-pattern duo. They were sold together, but I'm doing Frankenscat. And I am stitching mine. Well, this is what it would have looked like at the beginning of the year, which I'm pretty sure was like a really pitiful start because I had only stitched on it for like 45 minutes. So I can proudly say that I have gotten a lot further on this, even though it is such a small chart and probably should just be finished by now. But this is what mine looks like. So I'm stitching it on 32 count Fiber on a Whim linen in the color Lipstick. Lipstick doesn't look like this anymore, it's more red. But this was a perfect little dupe for the called for, which is Papaya Lope by Color and Cotton. So anyway, stitching this on Fiber on a Whim lipstick using all the called for floss, and the tail is complete and the little bat hanging from its tail. And I would really love to have this done in the next like 3 to 4 months, because I would love to frame it and be able to display it for Halloween in 2024. And it's not a big chart. I think it's like 100 by 100. So I started this on October the 7th of 2022. So it has been over a year since I started this. But anyway, that's what it looks like. And the project bag that I'm keeping this one in is one that I made with some Jill Howarth fabric called Tiny Treaters. And the inside fabric looks like this right here. So I love this bag. And then I made the little zipper say boo. All right, next up is the Fox by Cottage Garden Samplings. I left the chart for this across the room, so I will be inserting a picture of what it's supposed to look like right here. And then this also had a very piddly start last year, so this is what it would have looked like. Pretty sure it's just a foot. I also just showed this one in my floss tube, so it feels redundant, but this is the Fox by Cottage Garden Samplings. I'm stitching mine on 36 count linen by Picture This Plus in the color Mirage. And I'm stitching with all the called for DMC, and instead of the overdyes that are called for, I'm using DMC B5200 and Pumpkin Pie by Color and Cotton for the dark orange. And that's what mine looks like so far. So I've definitely made a ton of progress this year. I wish that it was more, but I can't say that about everything because there's just not enough time. So anyway, that's what that looks like. And then I'm keeping this in another bag that I made myself, which is some fabric I got from Joanne that has some iconic Disney characters on it. And it's very fitting that Todd is on here because he's a fox. And then I have this random little Bambi charm on the zipper pull because Bambi is right here. And then I just picked this like corally floral fabric for the inside and a neutral zipper. So okay, the last project from 2022. Oh, I didn't mention the Fox I started on December the 30th, 2022. And that actually was the last WIP from 2022. This is my first WIP that I started in 2023. So this one is British Isles Adventure from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. It's going to look like this. And there's not a progress photo from last time because I started this in 2023. So let me get this out on my board for you. So this is what mine looks like. I'm stitching mine on a 32 count Lugana from Color and Cotton called Sea Breeze, and it is an opalescent Lugana. And I'm using all the called for DMC, which came in the kit that Caterpillar gave me. And then I have the little matching London Bus needle minder. So I was stitching on this pretty regularly when the parts were coming out because this was a mystery stitch along. And I was stitching on it as I was watching The Crown, and I just have not gotten back to that. I don't think I've touched this project in probably since the summer. So I don't really have any big plans to finish it anytime soon, but I would like to continue stitching on this while watching The Crown. So maybe I can get back into that after all of the holiday stuff has settled down. I feel like this year definitely got away from me because I was planning a wedding, and then I had the wedding, and then I went on the honeymoon, and then it was holiday season, and anyway, it's like a lot of stuff going on. But I am keeping this in a bag that my friend Caitlin gave to me for Christmas last year, and it has Rugrats fabric on it, and it has this like matching yellow stripes and a vinyl front. I'm not sure who made the bag. Somebody that Caitlin knows made it, and there's also like a little no-show pouch in here that matches. But yeah, that is in here, and I started that on January the 26th of 2023. What is it, Wilson? Okay, I'm not sure what that was. I thought that it might be Bobby coming home, but I think it's a little too early for him to come home yet. So anyway, let's move on. The next project is Greenhouse of Oddities by Lola Cross Stitch. Keeping this one in a bag from So Much to Love, and it is these little Halloween dogs dressed in costumes with some cute coordinating fabric. And let's see, this is what this project is going to look like. This was a mystery stitch along that started in the spring this year. And let's see, Oh my gosh, I am so hungry. It just hit me. Sorry all these are wrinkled. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just happy to be able to get this filmed. And this is what mine looks like now. This is 36 count linen from, what's it from? Fox and Rabbit, I think, called Oyster Shell. And I'm stitching with all the called for DMC. And I started this on time with the stitch along and then fell miserably behind because I just had a lot of stuff going on and it got away from me. But I did have a lot of fun stitching this when I did stitch it this year. So I did finish Haunted Library this year, so I'm hoping that this can be finished next year. And hopefully Lola Crow doesn't come out with another Sal, which you probably will, that is just like, I have to stitch it. Because it totally, I would like to finish them and not have them sit around, but whatever. Love this project. I'm stitching mine 2/2 on 36, which I think all of these except for the Halloween Quaker have been 2 threads of floss. And I started that on April the 14th, 2023. Okay, next on the list is Love Boat Sampler by Art of Design. I'm keeping this in another bag that I made with some Harry Potter fabric. It's the Birdie Every Flavor beans, and then some just coordinating checker print. And there's a little gumball machine charm on there. And this is what this pattern is going to look like. I started this when I was at Stitch North in April. Specifically, I started this on April the 29th, 2023. And this was kind of a sal that I started with my friends Liz from Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch and Shiloh from X Stitch MD. And I'm obsessed with this project. I like desperately want to work on it again because it's just so pretty. I love the pink and everything that's going on here. But this is what mine looks like right now. So this fabric is gorgeous. It is a Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers Fabric of the Month from 2022. And it's called Summer Soiree. And that is what, oh, that's the good color. If I get closer, it kind of darkens up a little bit. There we go. But yeah, so I don't know how far I am in this. I think I'm about 1/4 of the way through. But I am not doing the called for floss. Basically, it's all called for color and cotton. And I had some color and cotton, but not the ones that were called for this chart. So I kind of just picked my own flosses. So I won't go through each one. I do have a conversion linked on my Notion, which if you go to the Notion template, it's on there. And then also I can link it just below this video so you can get quick, easy access to it. But basically, if I had a color and cotton that matched close enough, then I would use that. Otherwise, I use the DMC. And then for the blue, I picked these two. I bought these at StitchCon, and they are Forbidden Fiber Co. And they're these blues, steel blue and sapphire. So it's a mixture of color and cotton, Forbidden Fiber, and DMC. But I'm stitching mine, it's a 36 count linen, and I'm stitching with 2 threads. So I had a rough start once I got to the birds because I was having a big issue with my blues, but I finally figured it out. And so now that I'm good to go, I'm really excited to pull this out and get working on it. And we will see how much I can get done before I go to Stitch North this year. So it'll be really fun. I need to coordinate with Liz and Shiloh and make sure that we all bring our projects so that we can take another picture, since it'll be a year since we started it together. All right, next up is a Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery chart. This is actually a stitch along that's happening right now that I am definitely behind on. Didn't even really try to keep up with it because that was just not in the cards for me this year. I started this May 25th, 2023, and several parts have been released so far, but I have barely done anything. This is what it's supposed to look like, or at least what's been released so far, and this is what mine looks like. You're like, where's the stitching, Elizabeth? It's right there. It's all super tiny. I'm actually doing this on 40 count. This is the called for color. It's 40 count Valor by Picture This Plus, and I'm stitching it 1/2 with all the called for DMC, and there's 2 classic colorworks. So yeah, it's just so itsy bitsy teeny tiny, teeny weeny, and it looks really cute. And I'm really excited to keep stitching on this because it's just so dang cute. This is my favorite part about WIP parades, is like getting to see all of my stuff, because I look at pictures of it on my Notion, but like to actually see the project in real life is so different. So yeah, this is so cute. I was worried about it at first because I thought that maybe since I was doing it with only 1 strand that it was looking a little bit more pastel, and the fabric is like kind of wild for how small this is. But I feel like once I get the entire thing stitched, it'll look really nice on here. So, and it'll just be adorable. It'll be so small. I just think that's so cute. But I love Frosted Pumpkin. And the bag I'm keeping this in is from Sheba Designs. I actually bought this while I was at Stitch North, and it is some Tula Pink fabric with little flamingos, and there's a little shrimp on here, and it's a vinyl front, so there's a coordinating fabric on the inside, and you can see all my floss in there for the project. And I love how she puts these little charms on her bags. So we got a paw print for the Sheba and a little maple leaf for Canada. Okay, next up is, what is this called? Positivity Lips, which is this one. The rest of these are in, like, not the rest of them, but a lot of the projects that are in here are in these like Amazon bags. So it's harder to tell which is which. But this is Positivity Lips by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. This is a stitch along that happened this summer and is done now. But I am using the called for floss, but I switched out my fabric. So this is what this chart is going to look like. And then this is what mine looks like. As you can tell, I did not get very far. The colors for this chart are amazing. They're like pastel yet bright, and I just love it. So I picked this very soft minty fabric from Fiber on a Whim called Color Happens, and it is a, I think it's is it an 18 count Aida? Let's see. Yes, it's an 18 count Aida, and I started this on June the 26th, 2023. So that was like shortly after StitchCon. But this fabric is so soft. I love it so much. And I bought a fat quarter, so I have a lot left over. So I'm excited to see what else I can use it for. But it just looks so nice. And I think these colors are gonna pop really well off of it. So I'm also excited to stitch on this one because I love like the idea of doing this really soft Aida. But yeah, and like I said, this is just like an Amazon bag. So I think I do have an extra project bag laying around, but it's a Christmas bag. I don't really want to put a non-Christmas project in a Christmas bag, but I don't know. I need to do something because I don't like these things. They're just like, they don't feel nice. I mean, I know you can like see inside and whatever, but all of mine are like pink and yellow, so I always forget which project is which. All right, and then let's see what's next. We have 3 more. So next up is Quaker Gardens. I actually do not have this one with me. This is a round robin that I'm doing with all of my friends, and I don't have anybody's project with me, so I'm gonna show like a picture of the latest update that I have of my project, which I think would have been what Bridgen stitched on it. So here's what that looks like. My fabric is 36 count linen from Fiberlicious Yummy Fibers called Mermaid Mules, and then I'm stitching it, or I stitched my piece and all the girls are stitching 2/2 with DMC 3842, and I love it. It looks so gorgeous. I'm so excited to see it back this year. We will have a little section to finish at the bottom when we get our projects back, but this has been so much fun, and I'm so excited to see my project again. It's really fun seeing everybody work on it and getting little updates here and there. So. And I will have everybody who's part of that tagged below. And also, like for these other projects, if there's a hashtag affiliated with that project, I will also have that in the description box in case you want to like go check on Instagram. Check out that hashtag on Instagram to see what other people, or how other people are stitching the same project. But we started that round robin on July the 16th. And I don't even think I said, the pattern is Quaker Gardens by Hello from Liz Matthews. And I don't have a project bag for it because it's just, the project bag is whatever shipper it gets mailed in, I guess. But yeah, and we're probably about halfway done, I would say. So it's pretty exciting. Okay, next up is actually a project that I designed. It is called I'm Just Ken, and if you're interested in this pattern, it is available for purchase on my Etsy and my Gumroad, which I will have linked in the description box. But it looks like this, or at least this is the mock-up. Technically I'm stitching the model, so that's not done yet. But this is what, oh, Wilson, are you okay? He's dreaming over there. This is what mine looks like. So I'm actually stitching mine 2/1 10 stitch, and this is a 32 count Lugana from Picture This Plus called Mercedes. So that's what mine looks like. I'm really hoping to finish this soon so that I can actually add this to as a cover photo on my listing. But yeah, I'm not like super thrilled with how my stitches are laying on this because I feel like it looks weird. So honestly, don't be surprised if I come back and this is I restarted this like 2/2. I kind of stitched this 10 stitch as a test because I really want to stitch a full coverage 10 stitch style. And if this is like not really making me that happy because the stitches look weird, then I'm not sure if I could commit to a big full coverage like that. So we'll see. But anyway, I'd like to get that done so I can use it as a listing photo on my Etsy and my Gumroad. Okay, last and certainly not least is my newest start, which I started on November the 24th, 2023, and this is Frosted Pumpkin Christmas Wreath, and it is still in the Q-snap because I thought I was going to work on it during the Christmas season, and I literally only worked on it the weekend after Thanksgiving. So I'm keeping mine in this Sheba Designs project bag, vinyl front, and then it has some like cute little Christmassy gingerbread houses on the back, and this is what mine looks like. So I'm stitching this on 28 count Lugana from Bestitch Me called Sand Dollar, and I'm using all the called for floss 2/2. And I just love how this looks. The fabric is so soft. It's gonna make a wonderful pillow when this is done, and my stitches look amazing, not to brag. But yeah, anyway. So I'm not very far on this because I only stitched on it for one weekend when I started it initially, but yeah, this is what I got. So that's all my WIPs. I definitely plowed through that pretty quickly, but I feel like it was necessary. And there's only 12 projects, so and like they cycle out pretty quickly, so I feel like if you have been around here for any amount of time, you probably have seen at least 3 or 4 of those projects. So I know last year I said that I wanted to get my overall WIP count down to 5. I quickly realized how ridiculous that was. I still like the idea of that because I do like the idea of getting stuff done faster. And obviously the only way to get stuff done faster is if you don't have so many things to work on. So we'll see what happens. I do kind of want to adopt a loose, like 3 finish equals 1 start kind of thing, just to kind of help, like, very casually get that count down. However, I had finished 3 things and then started this, so technically I need to finish 3 more things before I start anything else. I feel like small things don't count because those I pretty much can finish within a couple weeks. So we won't count those. But everything else I definitely want to, I don't know. There's so many things I want to do, And honestly, it makes me a little sad when I see stuff that I started and I haven't finished it yet. That's been going on for several months, but that's just not the nature of this hobby. I mean, cross stitch takes a lot of time, and so I think I just need to stitch smaller stuff, maybe. I don't know, so I can finish things faster, because especially with me getting more into knitting and crochet, I don't think either one of those are going to take over cross stitch for me, just because cross stitch, like, I will start something just for the sake of stitching it, but with knitting and crochet, like, I pretty much only do that if I have a particular project in mind. So yeah, anyway, that's kind of my little 2 cents, I guess, on WIPs and whatnot. But I'm going to take another break, and then I will be back with a 2023 finish parade. And hopefully I think all this stuff, most of it hasn't been fully finished, and there's only a couple things that I don't have with me anymore. So anyway, that's another video. I hope you guys enjoyed my very quick little WIP parade. I know some people have like a gajillion projects, and so their videos are like hours long, but that's not my vibe. So anyway, I hope you like what you saw, and I will see you in the new year. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be doing 12 by 12, so we will see how tired I get on Sunday. Okay, bye.